What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We only have a one-game NBA slate today, so this video is going to be a little bit faster than normal. We've got the Spurs taking on the Knicks, the finals for the NBA Midseason Cup. One of these teams, every player is going to win $500,000, so they're going to be battling it out. This game's going to be close, and I'm really excited to talk about this game. So before we do any of that, I do have to pick a winner from yesterday's video to win a free month of VIP. You guys know I do this in every single video. If the video gets 250 likes, I will select a random comment down below to win a free month. So drop a like on the video, leave a comment, have to be a subscriber to win. Let's go ahead and pick our winner from yesterday. So the winner is going to be for Low-Key 60, who said Money Making Monday. Will low-key send me a message on Discord. I will get you added for that free month. I appreciate the love and support from every single one of you. And let's talk about the Discord's day yesterday. So, yesterday I ended up playing 4 money lines. I took Pistons money line for plus money. I took the Clippers money line. And then I took the Rockets money line with the Steelers teaser. Rockets and Clippers sold me. Rockets should have won the game. How Amon gets a personal foul with 2 seconds on the clock when they're up makes no sense to me. It is what it is. Personal foul on the Rockets. They go to OT. They lose in OT. The Nuggets win the game. I knew that was going to be sweaty. The Clippers sold me. I'm done with the Clippers. I will not be trusting them ever again probably. So Clippers are done. Luckily, I had a 3-unit play on the on the Steelers teaser, and it ended up profiting me enough to where I actually made money yesterday. So we can come here. You can see we profited $252 in profit on this slip. We lost $500 here. Then we profited $500 here. So the month for yesterday ended up being $252 in profit on our money lines, which means I profited 1 unit. So we are currently up $3,927 on the month so far on just our sportsbook money lines / teasers already. So we've been absolutely killing it. Our player props are actually up even more than this. So we're almost at a 10K month already in terms of profit. We've been absolutely dominating. We'd love to have you guys a part of the Discord if you're not already. Looking at some of our wins from yesterday, you guys can see. We have Scotty Barnes and Amin Thompson. $100 won us $537. This was a profit boost over on Underdog. Really good slip. Got very lucky. It went to OT. That was the saving grace for the OT because if Rockets won before overtime, this didn't cash. So realistically, it's probably worth it for the Discord that the Rockets ended up going into overtime. So Jaylen Brown, Bam, and Jokic over here on Prizepicks cashed us out. We had A-Chain and Metcalf over on Sleeper that cashed us. Cade and Cooper Flag on Parlay Play that cashed us. Here's Pistons money line, $250 to win $510. I actually played it on Thunder Pick, and it ended up being a little bit higher of a payout. I think it was like $512, I believe, maybe $2 difference. So Ace played it on Underdog. Both ways it cashed. Here's our teaser for the Steelers. Played the Steelers plus 3.5, the under 49.5, minus 140 odds here. Put $700 on it to win $500, and that ended up cashing us on Bovada as well. Then the free pick that cashed had Bam and Ingram, $250 to win $450. One of the 2 free pick slips cashed yesterday. So yesterday was a pretty dang good day, guys. If you want to join the Discord link is free. It is down in the description. If you want to get every single one of the slips I play, you want to get every single one of these slips, you want to get every slip that's tracked on here on this bet tracker, you guys can see lots of wins. Start tracking it this month on here for you guys, and we're going to continue to track these. But absolutely killing it. Link to the WAP is down in the description. $10 a week or $25 a month. You can get 20% off using code NBA on WAP. If you need help with that, let me know. All you do is you join the Discord, you pay the $10 a week or $8 a week or the $20 a month on WAP, and it gives you access to the premium section of the Discord where you get all the plays. Very simple process. Like I said, if you need any help with it, you can message me on Discord if you're struggling, and we can get you guys fixed up. But link is down in the description for that. Let's talk about these games, guys. Let's go ahead and get this going, or this game, not these games. We've got one game, and let's hope we can cash out here because it's going to be competitive. Spurs versus Knicks. Neither player playing at home, obviously. They're on a neutral site. Really think this game could go either way. Now, Spurs for plus 127. Spurs coming off a win versus OKC. it's very, very hard for me not to want to run the Spurs here. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I already ran the Spurs. I put a unit on the Spurs, 250 to win like 500 to 60 bucks. I'll be posting it here in just a minute. But I took the Spurs for plus money just because of the plus money. The Knicks definitely have a good shot, or I'm not going to say a good shot. They definitely can win this game for sure. 57% of the money's on the Spurs right now. 56% of the money on the Spurs covering a 2.5-point spread. I think this game's competitive. I won't be touching the spread. Total sitting at 233.5. This game is fairly fast-paced. Both these teams looking strong, guys. Spurs have looked amazing even without Wemby. They beat the Lakers, the Pelicans. They've been dominant without Wemby. Brought Wemby back and beat the best team in the league, OKC, 111 to 109 in a game that I thought OKC was actually still going to win. Thought it would be competitive, but they come out here and got that dub, man. So this Spurs team probably feeling really, really good about themselves. Same for the Knicks, though, the guys. The Knicks have won 9 of their last 10 games. They beat the Nets, the Hornets, the Bucks, Raptors. They lost to the Celtics. They beat some weaker teams, but they had some decent wins here. A lot of these teams have been a little on the weaker side of things, but obviously they can't help the schedule here and coming out with dubs. A lot of these being dominant wins. You can't sleep on the Knicks either. The Knicks are a very, very good team. If you look at the expected lineup here, as of right now, the Spurs don't have Wemby starting. I'm not sure if that will continue until the day, if this lineup will change. I'm assuming they would want their star center playing with Wemby, but maybe that injury, they're still managing it somehow. And maybe this is just delayed. Maybe they actually have said Wemby's coming out and playing or starting the game tonight. I'm not real sure on the new side of things, if they've released anything about Wemby just yet. But Wemby's supposed to be playing. No, not questionable, not on the injury list at all. I think they just don't have him in the starting 5. Knicks side of things, missing McBride, missing Landry. So McBride and Landry, no really any serious injuries we need to worry about here. I'm expecting these teams to come out and play at the best of their abilities. So I think it's going to be a good game. Looking forward to it. For me, I got the Spurs winning this game, but it's not a super confident like, yeah, the Spurs are going to dominate or anything like that. That's a coin flip game. It really is. If you think the Knicks win, put your money on the Knicks. You got pretty much even odds. Neither of them are a bad bet. I do think that a lot of money is going to end up being on the Spurs later, so we'll see what happens with that. But that being said, let's talk about the player props. I'm going to give you guys 3 props. I'm only locking in 1 slip live. Not much I can give you. I'm giving you guys the money line and a free slip. So I ran Spurs, and like I said, I'm giving you a free slip here. I'm going to let you pick between 2 players on the Knicks, and then I'm giving 1 player from the Spurs side of things. Can't give away too much, or I won't have any other slips posted in the Discord because it's going to be a very, very light day. If you're in the Discord, don't expect 10 slips a day. Like, it ain't going to happen. There's just not enough to put money on. You can't bet on every single player from this game, or you're going to chalk more than you cash most likely unless it becomes a very, very, very high-scoring game. And to be honest with you, it's projected for 233. It wouldn't surprise me if this game became very defensive. It's going to be kind of like, I kind of look at these final cup games almost like some of the playoff games. Like it takes some time for these players to get in their groove, and there's a lot on the line here. But we'll see what happens. It could be a very fast-paced game. If it is, player props are going to be awesome. First pick that I have is going to be the riskiest one of all of them, in my opinion. I'm taking Jalen Brunson. Now, let's talk about Brunson here. And you say, why would it be risky to take Brunson in a finals game? Because I'm taking Brunson under. And some people are going to say, that's the stupidest thing ever, and it might be dumb. Brunson's line on parlay play, I can get him under 32.5 points. 5 of his last 5 he's been under. 5 of his last 10 he's been over. On the season, under 65%. Under 73% last season. Averaged 27 points a game last season. He's averaging almost 29 points per game this season. Brunson has been dropping a lot of points, for sure. He's taken around 21 field goal attempts per game. His last game versus the Magic, he had 27 field goal attempts. He shot almost 60%. Dropped 40 points. 32.5 points is a lot. His line is through the roof because of how he's been playing over his last 5. He's averaging 33 points on his last 5. His line is definitely inflated. The only head-to-head matchup versus the Spurs he has is a 20-point game. That was from last season. Now, matchup-wise, the Spurs give up middle of the pack in the league in terms of points allowed per game. They give up 115 points per game. If you look at the point guard and shooting guard position, they give up more points than almost any other team to the point guard position, 30 per game. To the shooting guard position, they give up 15th, 27 points per game. They give up a lot of points to the guard position. Now, Fox is a very good defender. In my opinion, we got Fox on Brunson. I don't think Brunson just comes out here and scores at will. Now, Brunson has looked really, really good. I'm not even going to lie. Dude has been absolutely killing it. I've been watching him, and he's been impressive. So he could come out here and drop 40 points again. I'm not saying Brunson's just going to have a bad game. But where his line's at, Analytically looking at how many points per game he scores majority of the time, I just don't see it being a bad bet running under 32.5. His original line is 30.5. If you look at Brunson here, 30.5 is his original line. Under 32.5, you're still getting a 1.45x. You can take it down lower than that, 35.5, 34.5, whatever you want to do. 32.5 had a pretty good payout at a 1.45x. He can still drop 32 points in cashes. 32 points is a lot of points, guys. It's a lot of points against a Spurs team that I don't think is just going to roll over for him. I got to take the Brunson under here. If you want Brunson to go over, you can take the over. Over 32.5 is a 2.29x. So if he chalks this, then you have a very, very good payout at the 2.29x. You could hedge it if you wanted. It's up to you guys. But I'm taking Brunson under here. I'm trusting my gut on it. If I chalk on him, it is what it is. Another thing about Brunson is Brunson's already a popular player on Prizepicks. One of the most popular plays, 26,000 bets already on Brunson at 30.5 points. I could see him being a taco. It is Taco Tuesday on Prizepicks. So it would not surprise me if Brunson was a taco. So it depends on where the votes come from. If Brunson's a taco, we already know how the taco curse goes. So, yeah, anyways, I'm going to be locking Brunson's under here, and you don't have to play it if you don't want to. The shooting chart for Brunson over here on Props Madness, it looks good for Brunson. Everything points to Brunson probably having a good game in terms of when you're looking at matchup-wise. But it is what it is, guys. I'm trusting my gut here. Popular on Prizepicks once again. I can't get myself to take over a 30-point game for Brunson. So that's what I'm locking in as pick number 1. Second pick of the day is going to be for our man Castle. We are taking Stephon Castle. I'm taking him over points, rebounds, and assists at 24.5. It's been a line. He's cashed 9 of his last 10. He's cashed it 14 of 16 games on the season. Castle has looked very, very good. His last 3 games, he had 28, 46, and 30. He's had 30 PRA versus OKC. If you look at the matchup-wise, the Knicks have one of the better defenses in the league. Top 10 in every single category, points, rebounds, and assists. If you go to the guard position, you can see Fox and Castle have a tough matchup here as well. Shooting guard's a little bit better of a spot for versus the Knicks than the point guard. Point guard's bottom 10 in every category in terms of stats allowed. If you look at the shooting guard position, they give up 10th in points, 17th rebounds, 20th in assists. So you get better stats here. I think Castle has a lot of chances here, and I do think that he's going to cash us out. Obviously, if Wemby starts and Wemby plays full minutes, Wemby takes up a lot of usage from every other player on the team. To the Knicks, they don't give up many stats to centers either. But I think Castle can give us 25 PRA. Head-to-head data, he's cashed 1 of his last 2. Neither are from this season. Those 2 games, he played 22 minutes, 27 and 17. His last few games, he's been dropping, or on the season, he's dropping 31 minutes per game. His last game, he had 33.7 minutes versus OKC. Game before that, he had 27 minutes versus the Lakers. So I'm expecting anywhere from 28 to 30 minutes for Castle. I'm hoping he gives us good minutes. If he does, 25 PRA should be pretty, I'm not going to say safe, but it should be a good line for him. So 24.5. It looks like the payout was almost a 1.35x. I think they brought this up. I'm still okay with the 1.88x. It was almost a double up, so it did lose some value. So I'm going to take it where it is, 250 to win 470 if you want to tell this slip. You guys can see I locked it in, Brunson with Castle. Now, if you don't want to play Brunson, I do like Towns. If the game script goes where Towns could give us 20 points. If Brunson doesn't score 30, Towns is probably scoring 20 is the way I'm looking at this. 19.5 line for Towns is not a bad payout or a bad play in my opinion. He's cashed at 58%, average of 22 head-to-head versus the Spurs. He had 21 and 32 points in his last 2 games. He's put up some pretty decent numbers. Yes, matchup versus Wemby. It's a tough matchup for him, but I do see our man Towns being able to hit some threes. Just how many 3-point attempts he had his last game? 4. Hit 2 of 4. Dropped 29 points versus the Magic. I can see Towns stepping it up here. 20 points is quite a bit for Towns. I'm not saying it's a super low line or anything. He's averaging 22 points per game on the season. He can always pop off as well. And if you want to take Towns over Brunson, you can do that if you want. It's totally up to you guys. I ran the Brunson under. If Brunson goes under, Towns probably goes over, so maybe you could run both. But for me, that's what I'm doing. I'm not going to lock in Towns on a slip right now just because I'm just going to lock in one, and I need to figure out how I want to do these pairs. So maybe I called the great game script right. Maybe I didn't. We'll see what happens here. Brunson could pop off and Towns do nothing. It could be the complete reverse of what I put. That's how it goes. We're up so much this month. A bad day is due to happen. I'm going to give you guys some more bankroll sauce. I may have already said this in this week or something, but if you are on a massive win streak, Don't force plays and prepare for the losses, because when the losses happen, sometimes they go on for a few days. So you have to manage your money. A lot of the times, if I say cash 4 or 5 days in a row, they're all green days, and then I have a losing day, the day after the losing day, I'll play like half units instead of full units because I'm expecting a loss streak. And the reason I do this is if you go on a 3 or 4 day loss streak out of a 3 or 4 day win streak, you can give away a lot of the money that you won. So you have to be able to manage yourself and be emotionally aware of where you're at. Emotions, don't let them get in the way. If you're down $400 in a day, but the day before you profited $700, that doesn't mean try to chase your losses. I got to get my get back. I'm good at this. Sometimes you can be good at this and you can still lose. You can have every play perfectly lined up the way that you think it's going to go, and then the game script be the complete opposite. This game could come out here and be 70-70 at the end of the game. You have a very, very low-scoring game tonight, and then every player prop you play over on is going to go under because there's no stats except rebounds, unless you played rebounds. If you play points, you're going under, if that makes sense. But anyways, just saying, guys, be emotionally aware of that. Watch your unit size. Unit size is the biggest thing. I have given people exact slips to follow in the Discord. I have helped people in the last week, and literally they say, hey, man, can you help me with my slips? I'll be like, send me a DM. They show me what they played. They're playing 8-leg parlays. I tell them, listen, you're losing because you're playing so many legs. I'll be like, tone it down. Do 4 legs max. Don't do the 8 legs. I'll send them exact slips to play. The exact slips cash. They didn't play the exact slips, and they decided that they wanted to add 3 more legs to it and make it an 8-leg anyway. So sometimes you just can't. You don't take the advice that you need to. I'm telling you guys, don't get greedy. Greed in this will kill you. People are trying to get rich in one day. You're not going to get rich in one day. Play this for long term if this is something you're having fun with. If you want to play a $10 1000X parlay for fun every day and put $1 on it and have a chance at winning $1,000, go for it. That's perfectly fine. But don't expect it to hit, and don't get mad when it misses. That's all I'm going to say, because even if you hit 9 of the 10 legs on that parlay and one of them misses, odds are one of them was going to miss anyway. So it ain't like you got unlucky that one miss. It's that you got very lucky that 9 of the 10 hit. So you got to think of it differently. That's all I got for today, guys. You can see Towns' shooting chart right here. I left it up for you guys. Everything's yellow. Not a bad matchup for Towns either. This game script's tough to call. Brunson could drop 40, like I said. He could also drop 20. We never know where he's going to be. I'm expecting him to probably cover his a discounted line, probably drop around 29 to 30 points. I'm hoping he stays under this 32.5. We'll see what happens. But that's what I've got for today. All the plays are locked in. If you like them, tell them. If you don't, just fade them. You can take the opposite of me. I don't care. It is what it is. But anyways, hope you guys have an awesome day. Hope you guys cashed every slip. Join the Discord if you're not in there already. And I'll see you guys in the next video.